Hey, whenever you trying to change your life, that's when life gets difficult. I'm trying to tell you. When you try to change your life, that's when life gets difficult. That's when life gets stressful. I believe it's because the creator is trying to figure out if you really want that change, if you really want that life, if you really want the life that you're saying, if you really want the life that you're praying for, you have to do your part. And your part is continuing, pressing on, day by day, step by step, not losing faith, staying optimistic and staying positive. That's what you got to do. And so I hope that you continue to do that. This is what life is. Life is about ups and downs. Life is about trials and tribulations. And you know it's going to come when you want a better life for yourself, when you're trying to break through from the old paradigm to the new paradigm, when you're trying to shift from negative to positive. You're going to be met with the most resistance because you know what you need to do to change your life. So all the negative things are going to try to hold you down, stop you from evolving, stop you from being your best self. It's up to you to continue moving forward. It's up to you to keep in mind what you're doing it for. And it's up to you to never lose hope and to never lose faith.
I'm kind of irritated because I literally just drove almost an hour to come donate plasma. Spent 2 hours inside the plasma center filling out paperwork and watching videos just for them to prick my finger and be like, my H levels or whatever are too low and I can't give a donation today. Mind you, I was depending on that donation to be able to pay my rent today, so I'm just irritated and lost today, and I'm just over it. I'm over today as a whole. I just want to I want to cry, and I kind of just want to, I don't even know. Just cry, I guess. Sleep. Can't even sleep. You ever be so stressed out you can't sleep? I feel like I'm so stressed out I can't sleep properly. I feel like I'm always waking up anxious because it's like whenever I wake up and it's the next day, it just makes me feel more anxious because it's like there's just so much going on. I pray that the universe really changes my financial situation this year because constantly being in this state of either having to work 3 to 4 jobs and never sleep, never get time to myself, barely be able to take care of my well-being but be able to afford bills, or work 1 job or 2 jobs and still struggle on bills and it's like you really can't win either way. And I'm just becoming so fucking numb. I'm really numb, so I don't know. It's a waste of time. Irritated.
I'm 24.
24? How long you been homeless?
10 months.
10 months? What made you homeless? What caused it?
I don't usually speak about that one. I lost my kid.
Okay, no problem. Do you, how hard is it to be homeless out here?
It's pretty difficult.
What makes it difficult?
Drugs, gangs, nothing but violence, a lot of shootings, no resources available.
So you're right next to Cass. What do you think about the resources at Cass?
They're all out of resources. They expended everything.
Yeah,
they were able to clean up a lot, but they use so much that they no longer have anything. Everything's shutting down in there.
Is it? What's the next step of your progress, like getting off the street?
We're hoping to we're gonna try out the SOS lot.
Extremely hard to find a job right now. That's why you have to be careful which job you leave on good terms. You can always just call up the boss, the old boss, and hey, do y'all have any openings? Because, a brother need a job real quick. I've been looking for a job since the end of last year. And of course I didn't have much luck. So of course, sometimes I probably have to do a little bit of Uber, a little bit of DoorDash just to get some money in my pocket. But finding a job, a real job, is literally hard to do right now. I don't care about going back to a 9-to-5 because my life has changed over the course of months. So I got to do what I got to do. I got to handle my responsibilities. My dreams will never die. But I need somebody to either call me back, or when I call y'all, can y'all pick up the phone? And then when I send an email, can you at least send me a follow-up letting me know why I didn't get the position, or at least the position has been filled or something? Be considerate. Come on now. I'm looking for a job. Y'all need people because, of course, on Indeed, it says we are looking for people to hire. So if you're looking for people to hire, but you're not hiring nobody, or you're not calling nobody, or you're not picking up the phone, why do you have that application up? Like, what's the point of having an opening if you're not going to at least give somebody an introduction interview? Like, what's going on? Let me know. Am I the only one struggling to find a job right now?
Hey, you have $244.27 worth of debt. Oh, you thought you was good. Now go ahead and cook that.
Is the job market really bad, or are CEOs just assholes? Because in 2022, the inflation was about 6.5%, and CEOs took a 7.7% raise, while the rest of us took about 3.6%. And if you're keeping track, that now means that CEO pay is 288 times their median employee pay. That's not minimum, that is median. So this is just your reminder that your low pay is not caused by the single mother in front of you using food stamps at the grocery store. It is your CEO who is robbing you.
Everybody's saying a breakthrough's coming. Just wait on it. I know things are bad. Just wait on it. I'm going to tell you right now, y'all ain't got much time left before I start doing crime. I got a message from my bank app, an email from both the company and my bank, and a text message from both saying my payment declined. Y'all just got in contact with me 6 different ways to tell me I was broke. Watch your mouth. I should not have to be holding my breath with my chip inserted, trying to see if this $5 of the gas is going to go through or not, and then having a sigh of relief because there's a line behind me. My car does not have insurance, does not have gas, and the AC don't work. And I don't know if you ever drove in the South with no AC, with the air we have to chew just to breathe it, but it gets kind of sticky.
Are we all fighting for our lives financially right now, or is it just me? I have a good degree. I work 3 jobs. I budget the hell out of my money to an annoying obsession. I'm watching every single penny I'm spending because I'm trying to pay off all of my student loans. But times are tough right now. Man, I feel like the more you work, the more you have to pay for. And it's tough out there right now. I think I do well, and then I look at my bank account and I'm like, oh my God. Or I go to the grocery store and I'm like, oh wow, eggs are $10 again. Woohoo. Man, it is tough right now. And sometimes I feel like I'm the only one, because sometimes I'll look and I'll be like, oh my God, all these people I know are traveling and buying nice things. And I'm like, wow, how? Is there a secret? Someone help.
Another day, another layoff. This time Intuit announces they're laying off 1,800 people, but that's not really the headline with this story. The headline is, and I'll show you at the article here, Fast Company, Intuit to lay off 1,800 employees, labels 1,050 as underperformers. So basically, they're going out of their way to say, hey, this isn't a cost-cutting maneuver. It's literally, hey, we're cleaning out the underperformers in the organization. CEO is even quoted saying, we do not do layoffs to cut costs. And that remains true in this case. But what's super curious about this is, how did they identify the underperformers? And did they just happen to be in parts of the business that they didn't want to invest in anymore? Were they clear on what the expectations were? What were these underperformers? Because now you falsely, or maybe not falsely, maybe they were underperformers, but you've led anybody that leaves Intuit at this stage of the game to be labeled as an underperformer. So good luck finding a job if people think that you fell into that bucket, rightfully so or not. So if anybody from Intuit's out there, I'm curious to see how clear these expectations were. What did underperforming mean? Did they have a chance to meet the new standards, or were they standards from the beginning? I don't know. It seems like a big coincidence that all this happened at the same point in time. And Intuit also said that they will be investing those headcount back into different areas of the business, with, I think, 1,800 in different areas by 2025. One, do I think they're going to hire all those headcount back? Probably not. But are all those new headcount going to be lower cost? I don't know. It just seems super curious to me. So if anybody's at Intuit, or was it Intuit, how clear was all this? And is it true that it was just to clean out the underperformers, or was this a cost-cutting move that they're going out of their way to say this wasn't a cost-cutting?
I want to talk about that. Why is it so hard to get a job, bro? I've been applying. I've been applying for jobs for so long. I don't get it, like, my CV's banging. Everything's calm. But still, somehow I can't get a job, bro. I've been out here for time, just looking for, like, I've been taking my CV places, asking, like, you lot got a job? Can I work? Are you guys hiring? Everyone telling me the same thing, apply online. Then I apply online, then they don't get back to me. I'm telling you, it's actually a flipping scam. And I'm just out here just walking around, you know. Got nothing better to do. Call me jobless. I am, I need a job. That's the whole point.
I'm from Cleveland Avenue, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know where that is. If you don't know where it is, just look it up. That's where I grew up, and that is where, like, I still live when I'm not in Athens. But I grew up in a very low income area. We had roaches for a long time, probably till I was like 6. And y'all, I used to have so much shame about where I lived, and I used to not want people to come to my house, and I would just feel real bad about where I was from. And my parents always take like good care of me. Like, my parents are amazing parents. They always took care of me and my siblings. Like, they always made sure we were straight. Like, my parents did an amazing job. And I remember, like, middle school, I would ask my friends to come over. Like, my friends, we didn't really come over. It was this one girl who always come to my house. Her name was Janaya. And she was the only person who didn't make me feel bad about where I lived. And I had another friend, Lauren, too. They made me feel really good about, like, where I lived. They never really judged me for that or anything like that. Like, the neighborhood I lived in wasn't really that bad. It was just like the outside neighborhood, if that makes sense. And because, like, I was really, like, I live, like, I can't describe that for y'all. But where I lived, it was okay. And I remember vividly in middle school, I had a friend, and my friend had came over there for, like, I guess you could say play date, whatever. It was middle school, and I remember when she got there, her mom was just, like, looking at us kind of crazy. And her mom told my mom, like, hey, next time they have a play date, like, I want it to be at our house because, you know, I lived in the hood or whatever. And that just made me feel like I never want to invite nobody ever over my house ever again. Like, y'all, I'll be so ashamed. Like, my boyfriends, I would never let them come to my house. I would let them pick me up from my cousin's house because, like, I was just really ashamed about where I came from. And I just felt like, you know, and then one of my boyfriends came over there to drop something off, and he was like, oh, you wasn't lying. Like, you live in the hood for real. And, like, he said it as a joke, but I was just like, dang, like, this is what people gonna see every time they come over here. I don't want nobody to come over here. And now that I'm grown and that I've seen different things, I just want you to know, if you're in that position and if you live in a lower income community and you feel bad about growing up in a poor community, or you feel like you're not good enough, or you're not as good as the other people who live in nice houses or not places, y'all, I go to UGA, the University of Georgia. This little girl that is from Cleveland Avenue that went to South Atlanta High School is at the same school that people who lived in Sandy Springs, people who from Gwinnett, people who from Dublin, people who from all these other counties that are so much, you know, economically better than the part that I'm from. We in the same place. The same exact place. You are worthy of reaching your goals. You're worthy of being more than just your environment. You're more than what is around you. Like, your environment can make you who you are, but you do not have to become a product of your environment. Like, you can take the values and the things that you learned from your environment and go other places and build on that, and then come back to your community and help out and help the people who are just like you. Like, I go back to my high school all the time because I know what it's like to feel like, you know, you didn't really see nobody doing real good from you. Or like the alumni from my high school, like, the alumni they all went to the same schools. And to be able to put myself in a position where I'm like, okay, do you in the same place as the people, like, you know, I don't know. I just want to encourage a young man or a young woman or anybody that's in a lower income community and don't feel like they never gonna make it out, or they never gonna amount to people who live in higher income areas. I want you to use me as an example.
Thank you for tuning in. As always, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful. I appreciate your support.